A recount of the presidential election results continues in Wisconsin. The Dane County clerk says he expects to finish the recount later today. That recount has gone on for more than a week. Another recount in Milwaukee County wrapped up Friday night. President-elect Joe Biden gained 257 votes, and President Donald Trump added 125 votes. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court has rejected another Republican-led challenge to the election results. Last night, the state court threw out a challenge led by U.S. Congressman Mike Kelly. Kelly argued a law permitting no-excuse mail voting violated the state's constitution. The court also unanimously wiped out a lower court order that aimed to block state officials from certifying the general election results. Despite recent warnings about traveling this Thanksgiving, more Americans boarded planes the day before Thanksgiving than any day since March. The Transportation Security Administration says more than 1,070,000 people went through checkpoints Wednesday. Throughout the week, more than 1.2 million people in the U.S. contracted COVID-19. This is close to double what the U.S. was experiencing just a few weeks ago. The mayor of Denver, Colorado, traveled over the holiday, and now he's apologizing for it. He boarded a flight on Wednesday to spend time with his wife and daughter in Mississippi. This despite advising Denver residents to do the opposite. Minutes before the flight, his Twitter account tweeted a message to Denver to, quote, pass the potatoes and not COVID.
I have not broken any laws. I went against a policy advisement that even I gave out, and it was unwise. It was hypocritical. It was a mistake that I deeply regret and deeply apologize for.
The mayor says he will quarantine for 14 days and plans to work virtually during that time. Meanwhile, the governor of Colorado tested positive for COVID-19. Governor Jared Polis made the announcement on Twitter Saturday night. The statement says Polis's partner also tested positive. The two aren't showing symptoms and say they are feeling well. The governor's office says he tested initially negative on Wednesday night. Well, more restrictions to another place. California's Santa Clara County announced several changes yesterday aimed to slow the spread of the coronavirus. The new changes will include limited capacity inside businesses, reduced size of outdoor gatherings, and discouraged traveling. This comes after the county saw record highs in both single-day confirmed cases and COVID-19 related hospitalizations. Persons entering the county will also have to quarantine for 14 days after traveling more than 150 miles. The changes go into effect tomorrow. They'll last through December 21st unless extended.
The decisions that we are making today are extraordinarily difficult ones, far more difficult than they were when we made similar decisions in March. However, we have come to a place where our cases and our hospitalizations are so high that we must do something to settle things down.
Nearly 700 nursing home workers went on strike earlier this week, and yesterday, striking workers at 11 Infinity nursing homes in the Chicago area held a protest. They say their concerned residents are not getting the care they need. Nursing home workers are striking to start negotiations again after a new contract broke down. They want better pay and more personal protective equipment. They are also appealing to the health officials to monitor homes where care is being delivered by substitute workers.
We are now on day 5 of a strike at Infinity Healthcare, where workers are literally striking for their lives and the lives of the residents that they take care of. They made the very hard decision to come out on strike after going months and months of negotiations without reaching a contract. We have an employer who is going to put profit ahead of everything else. And that's the problem, is that we have for-profit nursing homes in Illinois who would...
Saturday marked a historic day. Wilton Gregory, the Archbishop of Washington, D.C., became the first African-American cardinal. Pope Francis raised 13 new cardinals, including Gregory, to the highest rank in the Catholic Church on Saturday. 2 new cardinals didn't make the trip because of COVID-19 travel restrictions. Cardinals wore protective masks throughout the unusually quick 45-minute service. Most of the cardinals took their masks off when they approached a maskless Francis to receive their red hats. All right, well, this next story is either unbelievable sci-fi moment or a really good prank. A mysterious monolith appeared in the Utah desert, and now it has disappeared. The monolith was first noticed by a team of biologists more than a week ago. State officials debunked the idea that the monolith was put there by space aliens. Utah Bureau of Land Management officials said the illegally installed structure was removed sometime Friday night. In its place, there's a stack of red rocks and a prism-shaped object. Well, I'm very curious what happened there, but for right now, you're taking a live look over the Columbia Regional Airport. Your time is 7:07. We'll be right back after this break.